It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, happy to be here with my partners, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And tonight, it'll be the 76ers going up against the Hawks. Well, for Atlanta, coming into this matchup with no shortage of confidence, they won all 4 games against this team last season. With the new year getting wrapped up, teams just getting into the swing of things. Kenny, some major storylines already brewing. What are you seeing out there?
Well, you know, the rosters aren't coming together yet, and it's still early. It's still tough to figure it out. But then there's a lot of teams that's just off the radar right now, but they've been impressive. So I think that it's too early to tell. You know, too early to tell.
You're going to give me an answer.
I can't give you these ELNs, these Ernie-like numbers yet. It's too early.
Well, I see emerging young guns. You know, I see a couple of veterans now hitting the wall, physically getting up there in age, but I got to agree with Kenny, Ernie. It's too early to tell.
Jeez, sorry I asked. Time to tip it off. Here's Kevin Harlan.
You asked too early.
Tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday, hump day, and we're ready to bring you all the action. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Last outing for Atlanta, they won that game against the Bucks.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
What I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
An exciting start to the year, but a long way to go. If you're a veteran player, how do you pace yourself?
Well, you asked the coach if you could have a night off here and there. We've seen, obviously, the league going to this, Kevin, making sure that physically the players have the most that they can have come postseason and not get overextended during the regular season. And then if you know the game well enough, Kevin, there's certainly ways throughout the course of a ball game to know when it is you can exert yourself and then pull back a little bit. And that doesn't mean that the guy's not playing hard or competing. It just means that there's a little bit of smartness with regards to how he's approaching each and every contest.
Now, James, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. And so in the game for the Hawks, Schroeder and Bellinelli team up in the backcourt. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Ilyasova, and it's Prince in at the 3. Here's the bodyguard. Prime time, the pass to the machine. Here's Pettis one. Bellinelli is covering. Shot up 2 there.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Tremendous focus with the bigger guy all over him. It speaks to the toughness he has down there.
Now here's Schroeder. 20 points for him last game against Milwaukee. Prince outside. Banked in off the glass. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Here's the bodyguard. He's coming off a 31-point game against Houston.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Now Prince, after Ben Simmons' three-pointer that didn't go. That's tipped. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Hawks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Prince with it. Now guarded by Simmons. Prince kicks to Bellinelli. Ilyasova up top. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Prince. Buries it down low. And it's a tie ball game. 76ers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Outside, Simmons. They set the pick. That's the prime time. To the left side wing. Another miss by Philadelphia.
No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
They get it back. The pass to Battiston. Good on the triple. Battiston's got 5.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Schroeder, left side. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
Defense pretty solid there, but Schroeder finds a way to knock one down.
Here's the bodyguard. The basket hit off the assist from Simmons.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job and challenging it.
Now here's Schroeder. The dish to Bellinelli. Ilyasova a screen. Now Bellinelli. Taken away. Here's Simmons. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And when Simmons is taking it strong to the cup, he's looking for a foul. Love this guy's aggressive.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And Brent, for the Hawks, you go back to the summer of 2016. How big was it for them losing their all-star, Al Horford?
Well, the rumor is there wasn't too much of a financial difference between what the Hawks were offering and what the Celtics ended up giving Al Horford. And they wanted to have him back and maybe trade Paul Millsap for assets. That all did not happen, and it gutted the team a little bit because of Horford's versatility. You could see that reflected in some of the offensive numbers from the Hawks last year.
Now here's Schroeder. In the corner, Ilyasova with it. Offensive rebound, Prince. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Ben Simmons.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Prince. The 76ers leading by 3. Outside, Simmons. Passes it to Battiswan. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Battiswan's got a couple of threes now in the first for Philadelphia. Hawks have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. There's Bellinelli. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. That's tipped. Here's the bodyguard. Guarded by Schroeder. Pass to the bodyguard. Here's Battiswan. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Ilyasova.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
And Schroeder missing.
No excuse for him not drilling that one there. The defense was nowhere to be found. Maybe he could have taken a little more time.
Outside, Simmons. That shot off, so Atlanta will take it the other way.
Got to get out his compass and just try to find himself right now and get himself going. Wow, huge sigh of relief for the defense on that possession. You cannot give mid-range shooters any space like that to operate.
Offensive rebound. There's the pass to Battiswan. And the three ball is good. Battiswan's got 11 points.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trade.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
To the wing right side. Here's prime time, defended by Ilyasova. Second chance effort. Outside for Simmons. Simmons missing again.
You know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off to that.
Well, something in this frame for sure, but when you're out of rhythm, sometimes it's better to play the role of being the facilitator.
There's Bellinelli. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Dedmon kicks to Bellinelli. A steal.
He's going to put that one in his record. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. And that last replay, courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleashed chaos moment. And now, first timeout call here for the Hawks. And you know, Brent, we know top-level coaching is an all-in affair. Strategy, motivation, working the officials. But who are some of the most complete coaches in the league right now?
Well, the top of the list is Greg Popovich and what he does. There's no doubt that the way that he has his team prepared on a nightly basis, carrying out the game plan, the way he works the sidelines, as you mentioned, Kevin, Greg Popovich is the cream of the crop when it comes to NBA coaching.
With some changes, J.J. Redick's checked in for the Battiswan, and it's T.J. McConnell in for Ben Simmons. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Mike Muscala is checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Collins comes in for Ilyasova. Kent Bazemore is checked in for Taurean Prince. And it's Malcolm Delaney in for Bellinelli. He gets that one.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
Pass to McConnell. Here's the machine. Started by Schroeder. Back to McConnell. Shoots the three. Sinks the triple. And the 76ers lead by 9.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Delaney gets it over to Schroeder. There's the pick. Bazemore with it. On the line, Collins. The 76ers leading by 9. Here's the machine. He's coming off a 13-point game against Houston.
You can't forget about all those well-timed swipes either. His timing on the defensive end was simply sublime.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And Dennis Schroeder plays the game with a real flair. Tremendous confidence in his abilities.
Well, sometimes that gets him in a bit of trouble too, Kevin. You got to minimize some of the energy that you put into the antics that are happening around the game and put that kind of energy back into the game. But still a talented young point guard and a guy who wants to measure himself up against the best in the league every night.
That's good from Schroeder. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Philadelphia. Them both. And Dennis Schroeder out of Germany handed the keys as the full-time starter at the point guard in his 4th season.
And with his confidence and competitive spirit, you know he was chomping at the bit for that opportunity. And you got to love his athleticism coupled with that big play capability. It's just exciting to see how good this young man can become.
Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And we all know in a hostile environment, always tough, but they were the better team on that night.
And a very good all-around effort here, and that's what you need to win on the road. There he is, the product out of Telford, North Carolina. Kent Bazemore has come a very long way during his short time in the NBA. Speaking of Telford, that's got to be one of those places where everybody knows who you are, and Bazemore has that easygoing vibe when you get a chance to meet him.
First one calls for it. And hard scrabble beginnings for Bazemore. Winners without heat. His mom worked 3 jobs to support the family. But what a success story for Kent Bazemore.
Yeah, an incredible story. You can see the work ethic that Kent Bazemore has and how those things have paid off for him. This is a guy who went undrafted, waited for an opportunity, and then pounced on it. The thing is with Kent Bazemore now, are you the type of player who wants to spend the money that you've earned, or do you want to earn the money that you've been given?
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Mike Budenholzer and said minimizing turnovers is one of the keys to the game. Taking care of the ball and not giving away possessions is very important to their chances of winning. He'd rather his guys miss a few opportunities being careful than being crazy out there. Kevin?
Thanks for the report, David. Guys, just how difficult is it to face a team with this kind of defense?
Kevin, it is tough. They've got some guys who can totally wreck your game plan with their activity on D.
I also wonder if this is going to give them a spark of their own on defense. You face a team with this kind of pressure, and it can get you fired up to prove that you're every bit as tough as your opponent.
And so here is Philadelphia, following the 3 by Atlanta. McConnell kicks to Saric. Can't hit that one. And Atlanta will come the other way. Babbitt dishes to Muscala. Collins against Saric. That's tipped. They recover it. 5 on the clock. Bazemore gets the bucket.
Ooh, nice use of the floater there. Bazemore has this shot down, Pat. Exceptional touch.
Outside, Reddick. Here's Embiid. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2-for-2 from the floor.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Delaney kicks to Muscala. Here's Delaney. 17 points in his last outing.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
For here's Sharch. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. The Hawks trail by 4. Now here's Bazemore. He's got 7. Kicks it to Collins. They set the screen. Delaney, the pass to Collins. Count that one.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
The feed to Sharch. And Reddick kicks to McConnell. At the elbow with Sharch. Back to McConnell. Launches it. Collins grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Muscala misses. Philadelphia shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Reddick with the bucket.
The quick release of J.J. Reddick, expecting the pass, and the defense didn't react to that kind of shot.
They set the pick. Feeds it to Collins. Here's Delaney. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. Back right after this. The first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
The new era of NBA basketball, playing outside in. We'll see if they can take advantage of that moving forward.
The Hawks trail by 5. Dario Saric is out there with Embiid. Then it's Simmons. And it's T.J. McConnell. And it's Covington in at the 3. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter.
Well, in this day and age, big men shoot more and more three-pointers, and he's fully capable of a triple.
He dishes it to Saric. Philadelphia moving the ball over. And here's Simmons for 3. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. 6 points for Ben Simmons.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side clinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
Here's Delaney. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Collins a screen on Saric. Just 5 to shoot. Bazemore dishes to Babbitt. Here's Delaney. Here's Muscala. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
The game is the first of a 3-game season series for these clubs, both looking to take round 1.
And I don't know if I'm going to call these guys rivals, but as conference opponents, they're still familiar with each other. Neither team will want to give an inch in this first meeting.
The Hawks trail by 7. Delaney, the pass to Muscala. And Bazemore kicks to Delaney. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And Coach Budenholzer comes from a basketball family. His father coached for over 20 years. Feels like he was just born into it. Definitely what many would consider a coaching lifer.
Now here's Saric. Over Collins. The shot by Saric, no good.
Gotta make those shots. Not sure how he missed it. Defense was just okay.
Now here's Bazemore, guarded closely. He feeds it to Collins. From the baseline. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. And Mike Budenholzer winning Coach of the Year in the league in 2015, leading the Hawks to 60 wins.
Well, that was the most wins in franchise history and an amazing collective effort from the Atlanta Hawks that year. No doubt a high water mark that he's hoping to surpass in the next couple of seasons and become elite in the Eastern Conference.
Here's Babbitt with the 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
That screen made it impossible for the defense to put up any kind of fire.
Dishes to Embiid. here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. And that one's good. Simmons.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Delaney, the pass to Collins. Here's Delaney. The putback, great positioning on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 1.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Now the dish to Covington. And Simmons kicks to Sharch. It's tipped. Collins dishes to Bazemore. In the corner, it's Delaney. Collins, a screen on Covington. Delaney kicks it to Bazemore. And he's good on the 3-ball. And now a 4-point Hawks lead.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Simmons. An 11-point game for him in the win against Houston. That one falls. Judge has got his first points in the game. Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Brent Everteam's looking for skilled bigs who can hit the 3, then the perimeter, pull out other bigs. At what point do we start seeing 6'9", 6'10", 6'11" guards? I guess we're kind of getting a glimpse of that now.
Yes, with apologies to Magic Johnson and what he was able to do through his career with the Lakers. Those guys are all throughout the league already. I mean, we've already hit that mark, Kevin, where we're seeing some of these guys do extraordinary things in terms of their skill with the basketball in open space. Thank you, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, and Brandon Ingram. I find it amazing, though, don't you?
I really do. And to say that the game is not better than it was, watching what these young players are capable of, and I'm just talking purely in terms of their skill. The game has come a long way. Happy to see it.
And sometimes you just want a reminder of what our objectives are tonight.
Yeah, get everyone on the same page and point it in the right direction.
Philadelphia will go for a different look here. The Machines check in for Joel Embiid. Primetime comes in for Sharch. J.J. Redick's checked in for Robert Covington. And the Bodyguards subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Here's Bellinelli. His last outing, he had 8 points. Here's Ilyasova. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Ilyasova's got the lead up to 4 now for the Hawks. Here's the Bodyguard. He kicks to Simmons. Here's the screen. Redick with the 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Redick's got 6.
Easy to say, hard to do. You just can't lose Redick in those screen situations.
Schroeder. Great D that time from Redick.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
This is when you start to talk about Redick not just always looking for offense, clearly looking for teammates there.
And Bellinelli kicks to Prince. Passes to Schroeder. Inside, Hawks passing it around. No one covered. And the Hawks lead by 2.
Yeah, they're relying on their 3-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Here's the Bodyguard. He's guarded by Schroeder. That's the Simmons. Can't hit from in close. Hawks have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Tries from 16, and Atlanta again with the bucket.
I'm not sure why anyone would leave him alone at that range. Head scratcher.
Here's the Bodyguard. He has 5. Lets it go with a 3. The rebound by Prince. Prince has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. It's tipped. Here's Primetime. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Here's Dedmon. He had 10 points in the win against Milwaukee.
The other part of his game was the outstanding D. Shot blocking is a huge momentum shifter, and his 2 blocks really turned the game in their team's
76ers with the ball. After the miss from Dennis Schroeder, drains the three-pointer.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Ilyasova on a screen. Pitch to Ilyasova. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Ilyasova's got 5.
And that's Ilyasova's shot. He's a deep ball bomber.
The pass to Simmons. They set the pick. Here's the bodyguard. And again, it's Philadelphia.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
It sprints on the wing, guarded by Simmons, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. The Hawks shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game right here. You grew up in a real basketball environment. What affected watching your dad and competing against your brothers and being in that conversation at the dinner table have on the development of your playing style?
Well, I think first and foremost what comes to mind, Kevin, is just competing. And it wasn't just competing at basketball. It was wiffle ball in the backyard, soccer in the fall, baseball in the spring, Monopoly during the weekends. So anything we could get our hands on and had to do with the game, yeah, it was about that competition.
What do you do now in retirement? Is there what do you find to stimulate the competitive side?
Well, I beat my kids in Monopoly, I can tell you that.
A great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the 3 at almost 60% for the game.
Ilyasova on a screen. Now Bellinelli. They kick out to Ilyasova. The answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Well, 76ers shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. That's to Luwawu. Here's Pattis one, running by Prince. Nice job coming off that screen. Now it's a 5-point 76ers lead.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And here's Schroeder. Pattis one, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
Nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Charge is checked in.
Mind the lane. One shot.
Trail by 8. Shooter kicks to Ilyasova. To the right side. Ilyasova on a screen. Bellinelli gets the bucket.
You know, he didn't score the ball much in the first quarter, but he has been really, really solid during the second quarter. I expect a big game from him now.
Here's Luwawu. Quiet so far offensively, switching for his first points of the game. Pattis one, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
They really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Here's Bellinelli. He has 6. Kicks it to Denver. The feed now to Schroeder. Charity strike shot. It's called in by the 76ers. Machine's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
There's 1:54 left in the first half of the game. This is it to Llewellyn. Expanding his range. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
That's a gorgeous assist. Outstanding at finding his guys in the spots where they want the basketball.
River kicks to Dead. From downtown. That doesn't go either for Schroeder.
His shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Here's Mattis one. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Good. Charge has got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Atlanta calls timeout. Have to like what we're seeing from Mattis one.
The defense has to take the ball out of his hands. He's just knocking down every three-pointer he takes right now.
And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between three-pointers and two-pointers tonight for the 76ers.
And a lot of shots from long distance. They're trying to stretch out to D and force them to cover out in space. And a lot of times that enables an offense to get some opportunities to attack in the paint.
Left in the first half.
Let's look at the stats for Sarge. Last season's performance for him. Averaged about 13 points a game last season, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's putting in the effort, and you can see him getting better with time.
So many little things that you have to learn to grow as a player. He's just going through a bit of that process right now.
That's good from Babbitt.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 19-7 run. Here's Covington, and count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Covington. 59 seconds left in the first half. Delaney, the pass to Collins. Delaney kicks to Babbitt. Feeds to Collins. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Baseball gets the bucket.
Pretty much poor defensive effort there. You have to get a hand in his face when he's spotting up from distance.
The bodyguard passes to Bannister. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Such astounding shooting right now from him. He is untouchable from the perimeter. What a performance.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Babbitt with the 3. Drops in the tray. Babbitt's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Hawks.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
2 drop shot, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
All the officials are all over that.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Good from Babbitt.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
Second free throw, no good.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Offline with his 3. And that does it for the first half of play. 76ers lead by 9. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks. We're overshipping, and then we're not committed to shooters. Just not a very good defensive effort so far.
Mike, thanks very much for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the 3rd quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We so hope you enjoyed our first half. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime report. Taking a look at Philadelphia. And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it. It prevented anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball, Ernie.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on Atlanta.
They just gave up way too many good looks from the 3-point line. That means either you haven't followed the game plan correctly or you're not executing it correctly. Either way, it's wrong. So from the looks of the first half, they need to aggressively close out on shooters to close this gap and the score.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
The second half about to start here in just a few moments. You know, Baddest One has been exceptional here, guys.
And so far, he's giving them great production from deep. They've been able to kind of spread the floor because of it.
Well, his shooting has fueled the offense, and we'll see if they can get him the ball to see if he can keep it going in the second half.
And the 3rd quarter about ready to get underway. Schroeder with the ball. On the court right now for the Hawks. Schroeder and Bellinelli team up in the backcourt. Ilyasova out there with Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. Clock at 6. Here's Bellinelli. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Here's Baddest One. Target with the open look. In the corner, it's Bellinelli. He dishes it to Schroeder. Good on the three-point shot. Schroeder's got 7.
Well, Schroeder likes to drive first, now establishing the shoot first confidence. Love watching him rise up immediately after the catch.
And B, no good. The Hawks trail by 4. Schroeder kicks to Prince. They get it back. Bellinelli gets the bucket. Bellinelli's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, and Bellinelli, very creative, has that ability to get into the heart of the defense.
Inside, pickoff in midair. Over a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of action. For the lead on number 3 for Atlanta.
How about the fearlessness? And even in the face of the D, Bellinelli there makes him pay.
Here's Pettis one. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Pettis one's got 25 points. Hawks have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the 3rd. Here's Schroeder. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Schroeder finds some deceptive ways to make you foul him. Someone who can nail some shots despite getting hit on the way up.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
What's up?
Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the 2nd half. Here's Simmons, and Simmons leaves it in.
Taking quickness by Simmons. So good at blowing by whoever is brave enough to try to take him on.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the 3rd quarter now. One kicks to Dead. He feeds it to Bellinelli. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Bellinelli's got 7 now in this quarter.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Simmons and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Really like watching Simmons go to work down low with his length and strength. There aren't many guys that can keep up with him.
And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That is his 1st foul of the game. Keeps going. 3 minutes into the 2nd half now. Schroeder dishes to Bellinelli. There's the screen. Sit out to Schroeder. 6 to shoot. Pass to Ilyasova. Shoots over to Covington. Ilyasova can't hit.
The defense, not so good. And when you're deep inside like that, you got to come through.
McConnell kicks to Embiid. 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Schroeder. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged 18 points per, 6 assists and 3 rebounds. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
His instincts naturally are to score the basketball. That ability to find the creases in the defense is something you just don't teach, and it's awesome.
Well, free throw drops for Embiid. He hits one, then misses the 2nd attempt from the free throw line. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the 3rd now. Dedmon kicks to Bellinelli. Here's Ilyasova, and that one hits that guy. The 76ers have gone 3 of 5 to start the 2nd half, developing a nice rhythm out there. There's Silva out of Turkey, the 36th pick back in 2005.
He's carved out a long and nice career as a spread four in this league. Has played for many teams, but has not played in many different ways. He's a good shooter and a good rebounder, and keeps getting chances in the NBA.
And the Hawks with possession here. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the strike.
That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
Philadelphia shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. J.J. Redick's checked in for the 76ers. Guys are looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
There's the pick. Peter passes to Ilyasova. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Dishes to Embiid. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Dennis Schroeder hits the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the team.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Johnson comes in for Embiid, and Saric in for Robert Covington. And here are the 76ers now. They've led by as many as 14 points. Here's Johnson. Dedmon with the block.
You've got to respect the wingspan that time of Dwayne on that end. Look, you go up like that and you're a dead man.
Pulls up on the elbow. Shot is good for the 76ers lead. Is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Schroeder.
Yeah, certainly attitude change at halftime after sort of wandering around in the first. He's kicked it into gear here for the second frame.
Now here's Simmons. 14 points for him. Here's Pettis one. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Simmons against Prince. For the lead. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Prince has got 18 points in the game. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Now here's Simmons. Redick inside the line, and he connects with the jumper. Redick's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Man, he just kept his composure. No panic in Redick that time. A tough shot.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Brett, everyone knows J.J. Redick for his ability to shoot, but he does much more than that for a team.
There's a lot of things that J.J. Redick does subtly on the defensive end as being a good positional defender, understanding where it is the 2 guards like to get their offense going, where J.J. can be complimentary on that end too. So it's not just the shooting, he plays a good bit of defense as well.
Muscala, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Collins comes in for Ilyasova. Kent Bazemore is checked in for Taurean Prince. And it's Malcolm Delaney in for Bellinelli. Now here's Bazemore. 13 points in the game. And that one, good. He has 7.
I like that recognition. Effortlessly getting his teammate the ball in a spot where he knows he can do something with it.
Here's Simmons. Atlanta with the rebound. Muscala's got his third rebound on the night. Schroeder outside. He can't get it to go. And Philadelphia the other way now.
Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. Number 5 is J.J. Redick.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
And the Hawks making a change here. Babbitt's checked in. Here's Delaney. He's got 5. Right side Simmons. Lets it fly. But they'll get another chance. Short dishes to Simmons. Another shot. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Simmons got 16 points.
And really with Simmons, the guy just has everything, including the soft mid-range jump shot.
Here's Delaney. Bazemore on the wing. Collins a screen on Redick. And Bazemore catch to Collins. Such a wide open look. And the Hawks lead by 1.
Just so many lead changes. Nobody's held an advantage for long.
Johnson, that's for 2. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. Primetime comes in for Simmons. Atlanta's got 12 of their points from long range in the 3rd quarter, going 4-5 shooting. And here's the break for the finish. And that one is hammered home.
This is what it's all about, guys. The competitive spirit, the energy that we're seeing. This one's got the feeling like it's going to go down to the wire.
And if it does, as evenly as these 2 teams have played here, it's anyone's guess who's going to come out on top.
Here's Bazemore. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Here's Muscala, and he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Muscala's got 4 points in the quarter.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
Now, here's Redick. He's got 8. The pass to the body. Clock is at 3. Prime time, the pass to Embiid. Outside, Redick. Here's prime time. Hit the putback. And Embiid is right there. Embiid's got 7 points in the game. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's going to nail it.
Now, here's Bazemore. He's got 13. There's a good screen. The dish to Muscala. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Now he's torching the D right now, hitting a high percentage of all the shots he's let fly.
Here's the bodyguard. 12 points for him. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. 9 points for prime time. The Hawks trailing. Here's Delaney. 5 points in the game. He kicks it to Collins. Over Shorich. Collins, good. He's got 8.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
Here's the bodyguard. 76ers moving the ball around. From downtown, another 3 for Philadelphia.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
A minute 42 left in the 3rd quarter. Shot off the screen. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Here's Embiid. Here's the bodyguard. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
The Hawks trail by 5. Delaney pitch to Muscala. Pass to Delaney. 17-foot. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Primetime's got 6 rebounds in the game. From deep three-point range, Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got his 5th rebound in this one. Now here's Bazemore, covered by Reddick. Here's Delaney. Good work there as it goes. Delaney's got 7 points.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Here's the bodyguard. 18 points for him. Fires from deep. And it's Delaney with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 3. Bazemore on the wing. Shoots over Reddick. Bazemore misses.
Well, I like the shot selection. I don't like the shot result. Won't happen much.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Really left the rim empty. And that's 12 points for prime time.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Here's Delaney. 7 points in the game. And there's the feed to Bazemore. Puts up a 3. And the release was before the buzzer. And it's off target. And so it's Philadelphia with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Head coach Mike Budenholzer is mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Let's be the one that just plays harder. Keep playing through it. Keep playing. Keep playing our game. Here we go.
Mike Budenholzer laying it down to his good team, asking a little bit more from the energy standpoint, more effort from his guys.
Yeah, I think he sees an opportunity for them to try and make a move here. Doesn't want to let that pass by.
And thanks for joining us again as the 4th quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. We've got Albert Covington. T.J. McConnell is out there with Luau. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's prime time and at the 4th. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's Delaney. Philadelphia able to drain the 3. There's the pick. Kicks to Muscala. Passes it to Bellinelli. 6 to shoot. Down low. Collins. He can't hit that time. And Philadelphia the other way now. Feeds it to Covington. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. And now it's an 11-point 76ers lead.
That's a gorgeous assist. Outstanding at finding his guys in the spots where they want the basketball.
Delaney, the pass to Collins. He dishes it to Bazemore. And it's off from 3-point range.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's McConnell. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
That's his first personal foul. At the line, T.J. McConnell. Taking 2 shots.
That's good for McConnell. Some changes for Philadelphia. The machines checked in for Embiid, and Amir Johnson subbed in for primetime. Atlanta also making some changes here. Ilyasova comes in for Collins, and it's Taurean Prince in for Kent Bazemore. That one falls, so he hits both of them. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Delaney kicks to Muscala. That runs off. Still ice sync.
Perfect defense. Contesting without fouling. Exactly what you want to do, especially deep into the paint.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And the Hawks making a change here. Schroeder's checked in. And Atlanta has possession. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Prince outside. They set the pick. Shoots from the line. Up again. It's good on the putback. Muscala's got 9 points now in just the second half. Well, something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
And boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
Yeah, it reminds you of what's really important. Health, number one. Everything else comes after that.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Atlanta. Now, here's McCollum. He's guarded by Schroeder. Johnson the screen. Here's the machine. Lets it go from deep. It's good from long range. 30 points for Pasquale.
And it was going back and forth there for a while, but now starting to just stretch out that lead a bit. They're definitely looking like the better team.
Now, here is Muscala. He feeds it to Schroeder. They get a hand on it. Ilyasova sets a screen for Schroeder. Ilyasova a screen. Back to Muscala. 5 to shoot. Here's Dedmon. Hit his foot. And the ref's whistling a kick ball. Full 24-second shot clock. Atlanta with the ball. 17-point game. Now here's Schroeder. He's covered by McConnell. Now Bellinelli. Pass to Muscala. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he makes that one.
Well, if they're going to win this game, he's going to require just a little bit of help. Many of the shots he's taking are finding the hoop.
McConnell kicks to Simmons. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. It's rebounded by Schroeder. The Hawks trail by 15. Dishes it to Muscala. Ilyasova a screen. Here's Bellinelli. Guarded by Simmons. The shot comes out, and the 76ers go the other way with it. Simmons on the wing. Johnson, a wide open look. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
And they're just living beyond the arc here, really the entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, not a bad time to be ripping the nets from distance, piling up some major points here.
Now here's Schroeder. Dedmon dishes to Schroeder. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by the 76ers. The machine's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Drills the three-pointer.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Schroeder kicks to Ilyasova. The pass to Bellinelli. Here's the screen. Outside, Simmons. Passes it to the machine. Hey, Brent, we've seen Hall of Fame players become coaches, but often it seems like the smart role play. They sustain more success in that role of head coach. Why is that?
I think, Kevin, a lot of times the role player is a conduit between both ends of the spectrum of of your team. He can communicate with the star player. He can also talk to the guy who's the 12th man on the bench and make sure that both of them are getting what it is that they need to be in the best position to succeed. That's why you see a lot of players in that middle ground who do a great job of becoming NBA coaches as they understand the role of each.
And the work ethic, too, because for role players, maybe it hasn't come as easy. Whereas for a superstar, it was too easy.
That's true, Kevin. And how much work do you have to do with the most talented player on your team? It's pretty specific what his role is going to be. I think a role player who ends up being a coach understands the work dynamic of the rest of the team surrounding that player, create a great positive environment around your star.
Time now for an injury report.
Guys, I was able to catch up with the Hawks head athletic trainer. He told me that he suffered a sprained toe. A really discouraging development for this team at such an early point in the season. We'll see how they respond, Kevin.
Appreciate that, PA. Well, it's never easy for a player to go through what he's experiencing, Greg, right now.
But it is something that happens to almost every player. He's strong enough mentally to get through it. This we know.
Sometimes off the court, you work harder than you do preparing for a regular game. He'll get himself ready to go. Look forward to when he gets back on the court.
Sharks checked in for Philadelphia. Reddick comes in for T.J. McConnell. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Atlanta. That's good from Simmons. In other sports, the drafts have so many rounds, the scouts have a lot of work to do, but with only 2 rounds in the NBA draft, Brent, can the GM really just cover most of it?
I think the GMs, at least the smartest GMs, Kevin, have a great team behind them that gets out there, gathers as much information as possible, and does as much in terms of not only the play, but the player, the dynamics of the player, his characteristics, what he's about. To bring all that information to a general manager and present it to him before the draft, teams do a great job of targeting guys that they think are going to enhance their roster.
And now the international realm comes into play, too.
Well, if I signed you up for my Mediterranean scouting service, Kevin, would you do it?
Yeah, I'd do it for free.
I'll stay over there.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
It's good. Atlanta's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Now, here's Schroeder. Over Simmons. They get it again. Oh, that's blocked. And now Philadelphia on the break. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Well, he's got a baton in the right hand as he's orchestrating what's going on. A maestro, if you will.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Outside, Bellinelli. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 6 assists in the game. Here's Baddest one. Outside, Simmons. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Stolen. Here's Bellinelli, covered by Reddick. There's the dish to Schroeder. Tries from 16. That one goes. Counted. Schroeder's got 10 points in just the second half. Pass the Baddest one. It's Sharich, top of the key. To the wing. Here's Baddest one. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And they had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
The Hawks shooting has been dreadful lately, around 28% here in the fourth. Schroeder kicks to Dedrick. Pass to Bazemore. to the inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Dedmon using his size on the inside and the defense trying to do their best to keep him away from the basket. Not that time.
Here's Simmons. Again, Philadelphia.
He's been incredible in this half. Anytime he pulls up from outside, you think that's bottoms.
Bellinelli with the three. Another three for Atlanta.
I don't know. I'm getting the feeling as this game moves on, he's getting stronger.
Here's Baddest one. He's guarded by Schroeder. No good from Simmons. The Hawks shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Now here's Bazemore. Guarded by Simmons. They grab their own miss. Now Bellinelli. There's a screen. He kicks it to Dedmon. Schroeder outside. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Dedmon's shot is off.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass. And a contested three is not your objective. One more, maybe.
Outside, Simmons. 5 to shoot. Baddest one. 1:31 left here in the fourth quarter. And good that time. 8 points for Dario Saric.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the 76ers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt. But an all-around dominant performance. You guys thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Baddest one.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And sometimes you have no chance at stopping Simmons from the interior. Just a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2.
First one calls for.
And the Australian Simmons, a star in the making, folks. Thanks really in part to that tremendous skill set to go along with that gigantic frame.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Okafor comes in for the machine. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Baddest one. And he can't hit the second. Here's Babbitt. The feed now to Collins. Cook, the pass to Plumlee. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
At the line for Hawks, Miles Plumlee. At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break.
And the 76ers call time here.
Timeout.
They're up by 32. There's 37 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And guys, just avoid the unnecessary fouls here. That's about the only thing that can get them in trouble at this point.
presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Baddest One.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. And the 76ers making a change here. Covington's checked in.
Shoot two.
And that one misses. So he can't get either to fall. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Clearly a foul.
At the line, Robert Covington. Taking 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Covington. And both free throws good for Covington. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the middle, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And Jaric kicks to McConnell. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you later.